In today's video, we're going to be looking at Grape Ape. Stick around, should be a fun video. Hey, don't forget guys, the giveaway that I'm doing with Mr. Ken Johnson and his channel is just a couple days away. So if you haven't entered in for that giveaway, you still got time. Don't forget the rules, very simple. It must be a U.S. address because he's not going to ship to a foreign address. You must be subscribed to both my channel and Mr. Johnson's channel, and I'll link a link to his channel down below. And you must comment on the announcement video. So you got to go back and find the announcement video on my channel and comment in that announcement video pound 2026 bait to enter. Pound 2026 bait to enter, and that has to be on the original video, giveaway video, and I'll put a link to that video in this one so that you can see. So February the 7th, it'll be here before you know it. Make sure you get entered, and I appreciate it, guys. Now back to our regular scheduled video. Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. I'm Billy with Preacher's Creatures, and you've probably immediately noticed a change to my workspace. I'm actually going to be changing things up. My other workbench, I could only fit, it was 5 feet, and I could only fit one of them in here. And I got to measuring and looking because my workspace was pretty tight. And so I looked at these Harbor Freight benches, and turns out they're 4 foot wide, and I can put 2 of them side by side in my workspace so that I can end up having 3 more feet of workspace. Not only that, but they're deeper, and they actually have a work light up above. So looking forward to organizing this new workspace. Before, of course, right now I'm kind of operating on about the same amount, or not as much, because I have my microwave. I can now put my press, my air vise on here, but have it all the way on. Before, I had it sticking off the end probably about 4 inches or so. But then on this end, I had my computer, and I had my Rollo thermal label printer. Of course, that stuff's up there right now, and I have my laptop on a stand above, which all these details y'all probably don't care about. But anyway, what I plan on doing is adding a second one of these workbenches and putting it right here in this space. I'll have to clear that out, but that will give me 8 feet of workbench countertop plus the storage underneath. I'll be honest with you, I don't put too much stock. I don't think y'all can see. I don't put too much stock in these drawers. This is just a thin piece of press board. And so, light stuff can go in here, but I don't know that I want to be putting a whole lot of stuff in there because I just don't know how much weight it'll hold. I may eventually cut me some maybe some 3/8 plywood or something like that and put in there. Of course, that'll restrict the height. But anyway, that's not what today's video is about. But just so you know what changes I'm making. And but today we're going to be focusing on this Mad Micas Grape Ape. And we already got it mixed up and ready to go. So excited to see what that is. That's going to look like. And I've showed you the bright yellow raincoat. Of course, this color is not in our neon color line. What we have left in the neon color line is the cheesy poof, the Grape Ape, the tickle pink, and the bubble gum. I'm not sure. I went back and watched the video, and guys, it was a knucklehead moment. I can't remember in the first video if I used the tickled pink or if I used the pretty kitty. And I can't remember what I used. It was the video that I did, because I didn't say what I used. I just said what I was doing, which was making electric chicken. And I didn't even name the green. It's called radioactive. And the pink, I think what I used was this pretty kitty. But nonetheless, today's video is going to be about grape ape. And so we'll get some plastisol set up, and we'll get back behind the camera or in front of the camera. And I don't know if I should be making a video right now. My mind is so scattered. But you hang with us, and hopefully we'll learn together. We'll see you on the flip side. Okay, guys, here we go. We're going to start off with 10 drops of course, we're doing. We're doing a little over half a cup, just so we'll have enough to shoot a few baits. And let's see, I think what I'd like, let's do the crappie slayer today. Let's do the crappie slayer. So we'll put that up there, and we might do the 2-inch stonefly. That's always a fun one to do. So let's get this shook up, and let's start with 10 drops. Okay, it's more or less 10 drops. That is a very pale purple. It's a nice purple. See if we can show the, sorry, show the camera there. And so that's a, let's see here. Well, my test molds are over there, and so I think what we'll do is go ahead and just do 10 more drops, and that's probably 10. That's probably 10. Make sure you wear old clothes when you're doing your baits, kids. Oh, of course, let me grab a paper towel. I always have some paper towels ready. But, so that's probably close to the equivalent of 20 drops. And, well, that brightened things up, didn't it? Get that down in there. Oh, that's a pretty color. I like that. Got that neon glow to it. So let's get us a injector ready. Let's get you guys turned a little bit, and let's see, make sure got this closed. Okay. So this basically is going to be close to the equivalent of 20 drops, or 40 drops, because we did 20. Let's do that. And this one right here. There we go. That is just screaming disco flake. That's my opinion. That color there is just screaming disco flake. But we're going to let these cool down and we will be right back. All right, guys, we've got these baits cooled off. And let's see what we have. We've got the 2-inch crappie slayer. Crappie. I don't say crappie, I say crappie. I'll tell you why. But the reason I just said it is because I've been listening to all these others that say crappie, and so it got me to saying it when I say crappie. Here's why. My dad used to say, son, crappie is one. Crappie is more than one. We don't go fishing for one. We go fishing for more than one. And so I'm a crappie fisherman ever since then. Anyway, I don't know how true that is, but that's what my daddy told me, so that's what I've lived by. So anyway, the 2-inch crappie slayer. Here we go. Let's look at these beauties. Woo! How about that? Yeah, here we go. Peel to reveal. Of course, we only did a single color laminate, but you want to talk about, that is a beautiful color right there. That is nice and bright, but transparent. That's I like the transparency aspect of it, and that's a beautiful color, man. Ladies, I know there's some lady bait makers out there too do a great job, but how about that? Is that not gorgeous? Let's look at one. Here we go. Man, that is just screaming for some flake to just make it pop. And we might do that in a later video, but let's see what the old 2-inch stonefly looks like. Two-inch stonefly. I'm trying new camera angles too, guys, so y'all hang with me. 2-inch stonefly. It's always a fun bait to shoot. And it gives you a great idea with them little appendages and everything. And it always shoots so perfect. All right, so let's double. What I'm going to do now is double the recipe and see what that does to it. And so we're going to be adding another 40 drops, or not 40 drops, 20 drops, which would be the equivalent. We've already put 20 drops in, which is the equivalent of 40. So we're going to put another 20 in, which would be the equivalent of 80, and see what our saturation levels look like. All right. Get a paper towel, clean the nozzle off, and we'll set this over here. That is I like that color. Well, I keep moving it the wrong way. I'm trying some new things. I'm actually looking at, I'm recording on my phone, but I'm looking at I've got it mirrored to my laptop so I can actually see what I'm seeing without getting behind the camera, which is coming in handy. And so let's shoot this without any flake, and we'll see what it is. This, guys, I can't get over how much this color pops And I've noticed that on a lot of my videos on with the Mad Mica fluorescence. It is fluorescent, and it's very neat to see that. So I got you lined up over here, and we're going to shoot the same 2 molds. Well, there we go. Let's get the air out. Okay, there we go. All right, guys, let's get these out, see how they did. And wow, that pops. That is a beautiful color. I mean, I tend to like the jewel tones. That makes sense. The jewel type colors that you can see through, and just reminds you of like a beautiful gemstone. And that's what that does. So we'll put that right there. Let's get out the 2-inch stonefly. Beautiful colors. And I hope it picks up, but it doesn't. It's a lot darker with my natural eyes than it is on the screen. But it's still a beautiful color on the screen. So I know this isn't necessarily a June bug type looking color, but you know, I think that might be. We might give that a try. I might give that, put some green flake in there and see what that looks like. So stick around. We'll get reset, and we'll be right back. Okay. All right. So let's. I'm not trying to do a perfect match. I just kind of want to see what this would do to make a June bug, or you know, a June bug inspired rendition. So here we go. What should we do? Let's start out with an 1/8. See what that gets us there. 1/8. Oh, that's why I always put my lids on so I don't spill it. But anyhow. Wow. Oh, wow. I think an 1/8 was the right amount. So, how about that? We could probably go just a touch more, but I think this is a good amount. That's something I'm going to have to get used to, is not going too heavy on the flake. I'm pretty bad to go heavy on the flake and the color. And I tell you, Mr. Crawford Rogers sent me those test molds, and that has helped me out tremendously to give my plastic a test before I go whole hog and go past the point of no return. I'm going to pop this in the microwave for a few seconds, and then we'll shoot these baits. Alright, we're at 328. And I think you guys can see from that vantage point. All right, so if we have enough plastic, I don't know. I'm going to shoot the two originals so we have the comparison. So here's the 2-inch Crappie Slayer, and then 2-inch Stonefly. Let's throw a surprise in there. Let me try to shoot this one. Oh yeah, I had enough. Oh, I'm in the way. All right, we're going to let these cool off, and we'll come back to show you the final reveal of the Mad Micas Grape Ape. And so far, I am loving this color. I am loving this color. All right, guys. If you want to know how to turn your powder pigments into a liquid pigment, I just posted a video about that just a few days ago. So go check that out. And if you want, go over and check out the video that Adam at SDG posted on the same day. Like he said, great minds think alike. But both of us posted a video that day on how to turn powder pigments into liquid pigments. But in his video, he goes through how he did the math. My video, I was following the advice of a gentleman that told me how to do it, and so I just did it straight up. So anyway, just thought you'd like to know that if you're interested in turning powder pigments into liquid pigments. I have loved using these pigments like this. It cuts down so much on the stirring and all that. You use them just like a regular liquid pigment, and it's really been a blessing. All right, we're going to let these cool down, and we'll be right back. All right, guys, we're going to get back in here and check out some of these baits that we just shot with the Mad Micas Grape Ape. And we've let it cool down enough we can hold our thumb right here on the... Now, you better be careful if you don't let it cool down enough and you put your thumb right there and there's still liquid plastic in there, you're going to burn yourself. But we've let it cool down pretty good, so we put our thumb right here, and when we pull, it'll pull that top one and it'll hold the baits down, and so we can get that beautiful peel to reveal that we like. And not all molds, but a lot of molds, it'll help hold those in there. Your minotype molds, it will. I've noticed on your molds, like the gillies, it ain't gonna help much. But look at that! How beautiful is that right there? Get in there real close and peel that puppy back. Look at that holographic green flake in there. This is a June bug inspired flake on that. There we go. That is absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. See what it looks like on the background. How about that? Can you tell I about wore this hoodie out? That's the way it goes, ain't it? By the time you get them broke in real good. And I'm going to hold on to them. I'll set them up to cure, and they'll go in the tackle box. All right, now let's see, what else did we do? We did the 2-inch Stonefly. So let's see if it works with the Stonefly. Put our thumb right there and hold the sprue down. Yeah, it does pretty good. How about that? How about that? Hubba hubba. That is awesome. I'm not going to tear that off because I'm going to hang them up to cure. But you can see what that looks like. Wow. Outstanding. Or as the British would say, brilliant. All right, last one. Here's what I'm talking about. Here's the gilly mold. And I'm going to try to do the same thing with it. And oh, look here. It did help a little bit, but some of them stuck. I lifted out, but they fell back down. So, beautiful. Boink. I love that mold. Love that mold. I hadn't had it too long, but it sure has spurred a lot of interest. But there you go. There is June bug. Using Mad Micas Grape Ape. It's a winner. That is a winner. All right, guys, I appreciate you watching the video. Don't forget, if you haven't entered into the giveaway, you've still got a couple days to do that. And so don't delay. Get over there and do that. And I appreciate all the comments, the questions, the wisdom that people give on my videos. And don't forget, you'll love the features of Preacher's Creatures.